a show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Turtola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
This is The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. In our studio with me on set, Miss Lavina Liebert of the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association. I got it.
It's a bit of a long name, isn't it?
Yes. How are you? Welcome
I'm fine. Thanks so much for having me. Very glad to be here this morning.
Yes, we're familiar with Shayna, we're familiar with others, with the chamber being on set talking about what's happening. But for the very first time, we have you, Lavina, and it's such a pleasure. I must tell you to excuse the second guest that we have, Mr. Fly. It's been a really challenge trying to get rid of him, so we'll accommodate while we go through.
We may need to slap him.
Yeah. We're trying all the zappers and all of that, but you know, it is what it is. When they infiltrate your space, sometimes it's tough to get rid of. Back to the topic.
Well, I'm fairly new to the chamber. I joined the board recently and I'm now president of business. So that's one of the reasons why it falls to me to discuss the OECS Virtual Trade Expo, because that falls under my portfolio.
Oh.
So yes, so stepping in and right into the hot seat, right away.
You're capable. We know who Lavina is, and you know, with your expertise, I think that is a well-placed fitting for you.
Thank you.
But before we get into the expo that we are really here to talk about,
yes,
let's do a little background check as to what's happening recently in the BVI CCHA.
Well, as you know, the past few years have not been the easiest. Mm-hmm. You know, between Hurricane Irma and the aftermath and then COVID, a lot of the usual activities of the chamber have had to be put on hold, canceled, you know. The yearly Business Awards Gala has not happened for a few years. We're working hard to get that going in the first quarter of next year. Second quarter at the latest. That's the plan.
All right.
Pushing for it. And of course, the Spring Regatta in conjunction with the Yacht Club. I believe that is in process as well. Not under my portfolio, but I do try to keep track. Yeah. There are various other activities like the Young Entrepreneurs. It's not an awards as such, but it is a program ongoing with the ministry.
Okay.
So, and again, that falls, I think, more so with Shay and Shayna. Okay. So I'll let them talk about it. But there's, you know, we're really trying to build additional value for the members of the chamber, not just get it back to where it has been in the past when it was much more active, but also to build into the future. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're just right around our 50th anniversary, the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And in that space, I mean, we would have said that, you know, the season of COVID, pandemic, and all of that, it would have given you some downtime to rethink and and relook as to how we can implement new and creative ideas going forward.
Yes.
Now you're looking at a virtual expo.
Virtual Trade Expo. It's very exciting. So the BVICCHA is the local organizing arm working with the OECS to put this all together. in each of the OECS territories, there's a local organizing arm, whether through their chamber or another organization. I think mostly through the chambers of commerce because it's the most logical participation. And so every 2 weeks we meet and push the agenda forward a bit more. You know, there's some buyers, potential clients on board. Now we are getting the exhibitors, participants on board. And the focus for the OECS with this trade expo is to encourage micro, small, and medium enterprises that are just about ready to export, at least to the region. You know, that are just on that verge of being able to expand their services, to build those connections regionally and network regionally, even though this first one is virtual. The goal is to have this trade expo become a fixture every 2 years on the regional scene and always provide that opportunity to allow businesses to expand and grow and enter new markets.
And with the COVID-19 pandemic, we would have seen the birth of quite a number of new businesses.
Isn't that interesting?
Really, really interesting. And I'm anticipating that some of them have grown to that level within that 2 year, going to about 3 years period, ready to push their products.
Right.
On the international scene.
And I think that's very important. So the sectors that this expo is focusing on now, agriculture, obviously we had a lot of discussion around that post-Irma, even before COVID, talking about food security and the inability to sometimes move goods around. But of course, we also do want to move goods around regionally and not just always depend on locations that are further away to supply us. Creative industries, you know, BVI has a deep history in music and in design, fashion, and so on. I'm ignoring food and beverage. I've seen new beverages come out locally recently. Can't remember the name of the one I saw in Right Way. Buzz or Lime, something like that. And I know we have the local beer distillery, and so on. So food and beverage is one of the focus sectors. General manufacturing, health and wellness. You can think about, you know, dermatology services, spa services that could franchise, you never know, or sell products regionally. Professional services, of course, BVI has a wide range of those, you know, law, architecture, trust.
Architecture.
Well, I have to mention my field. I kind of fall under two. I fall under professional services and creative industries.
Okay.
Yes. For this one, I think architecture is classified under creative industries, but it really is both.
Okay.
You know, and tourism, of course, tourism.
That's a product that we always have to sell.
Right, and the more we can cooperate regionally, maybe we can improve the product for all of us in the region. So it's exciting, and I can't wait to see what exhibitors present. I can't wait to see how everyone comes together. We've started receiving the first applications already, so I should probably talk about how to apply.
Okay, before we go how to apply, while you said, you know, you're really excited to see this go, what we're more than excited to understand is how we're going to be doing this virtually.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it caused my curiosity level to rise.
So it's a platform that's been built for previous virtual programs, but being adapted to the Trade Expo. So there will be a center stage. Okay. There will be panel discussions. Now we're sort of familiar with Zoom conferences where you have a panel speaking and so on, because that has really come into the fore over the last couple of years. But in addition to the panel now, you're going to have booths, which are going to be somewhat similar to breakout rooms that we've seen before, you know, in other online programs. So you will be able to, as an exhibitor, be in your booth, your little breakout room, so to speak, and persons, potential clients, potential buyers can sign up for time slots to speak with you. And then you'll be able to interact with them on, you know, so many of these FaceTime programs, but this is a proprietary platform. Yes. So one of the things that has to happen before the expo is that the exhibitors get training on that platform. And that's why even though the expo is in May of 2023, we really want to get exhibitors signed up in October of 2022. Preferably by October 15th, which is a few days around the corner. And so after that, the planning committee will mount introductory meetings and at least 3 training sessions to discuss with everyone how to put together this virtual booth, how the platform works, how to interact with buyers, potential clients, and other exhibitors. You know, so it's really a comprehensive plan that is being put into place long ahead of time to make sure that everything goes smoothly and presents the best of what the region has to offer.
You see how COVID has transformed this world.
Isn't it amazing?
And the way we do things, you know, sometimes these are things that are there ready for us to utilize, but we're ignoring it, and we were just using that space to do all sorts of other things, you know, with all the gossips and the what's it not.
But we're not going to give up on face-to-face, though.
No,
the idea is to have it be hybrid in 2 years.
Okay.
And then I suppose 2 years after that, it may keep the hybrid, it may be totally in person. You never know what's going to happen in the world. So it's good to keep your options open.
Keep the options open, but there is nothing that can replace, for me,
contact.
Yes, that direct. I must be able to feel a product. I must be able to look you physically in the eye and hear you sell a service to me.
And in the case of food and beverages, to taste the product.
Oh, yes.
In the case of health and wellness, you might want to try out the cream.
Cream, yeah.
You can't quite do that virtually. But we're going to start there.
Yes. Well, you know, we've been using mummies and stuff to do other things. Like if you're doing a Red Cross training, you use a dummy to teach you with the firefighters, they use dummies. So it's just another level.
To display a technique, maybe.
Yes. We're getting used to it, you know. But for that, like you said earlier, registration is very important within a given time frame.
Yes.
How do we do it?
How do you do it? Firstly, you go to the BVICCHA website, which is very easy, BVICCHA.org, or you go to one of the BVICCHA social media platforms.
Okay.
The flyer is prominently displayed for the expo. You click the link. On the website, it's an Apply Now link. I believe on social media, it's the poster itself that then takes you over to the website. The form is very straightforward. Name of business, business representative, contact info, the area in which your business operates, both physically and in terms of the sectors for the expo. It literally took me 5 minutes to fill it out.
Oh, wow.
And email it back to info@bviccha.org. You'll receive a confirmation that it's been received. We will sit and review all the applications, have everyone come in. I think it'll be more of a group meeting. I don't think it's sort of individual meetings. But also, there's no cost to apply.
I was going to ask, what would it cost me? Nothing.
There's no cost to apply.
And is there a limit to who can or cannot?
Not really.
Based on your size of business? The big, well-established ones?
Yes. This particular expo is specifically targeted at micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Okay.
Don't ask me for a number limit.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Those little things have been worked on still. Yes.
Micro, small, and medium.
Okay.
Not your 100-person, 200-person well-established companies and businesses. But they will be there as buyers, potentially. So a company like Rotown Wholesale might be a buyer. A company like Walmart might be a buyer for some of these products. Absolutely, that's the whole point. I'm not 100% sure if any local businesses are signed up as potential buyers and potential clients as yet, but I know that that is part of the job of the planning committee regionally, and I know that a number of people have been spoken to. So, and that's part of the next few months as well.
Yes.
Because the potential buyers and clients will also have to understand this platform.
Yeah.
So registration for visitors to the expo will open in January,
February.
but
so.
right now it's exhibitors, it's buyers and potential clients who can really come in, maybe even make some deals on the spot in May.
Awesome. And you see, and this shows that, you know, the well-structured form of the chamber in terms of planning ahead, not waiting until the last minute and trying to scramble and get everything together. So we can appreciate that, you know, there are some things that are not fully streamlined, ready to disseminate information. What's the importance right now is to get the businesses registered, get them starting that process of training for this new event.
Absolutely. It's very exciting, but yes, that's the first step. Get everyone on board. We're looking for a minimum of 15 from each participating territory, and that's the minimum. So you can see right there will be a lot of businesses to interact with. That's not the maximum. I don't want to discourage anyone from applying. That is not a maximum. Minimum. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is regional.
Regional.
Okay.
Awesome. Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. I will not list the member territories because I will forget someone. But we all know we can easily go online and look it up. Yes. So.
And is there an avenue where you will be able to create to show all who are there? So in advance, I can go and look. Okay. We have from Barbados, this. We have from Jamaica, Guyana, this. Well, Eastern Caribbean. You can go and look and see what's coming, who's coming with what, and how I could probably make my thing a little more.
Exactly. Yes. Not right away, obviously, because once people are signed up, then all that documentation will start to be put together. Each participant will have the opportunity to have a page in the digital booklet. You know, when you go to conferences, you usually get the whole listing of exhibitors, you know, maybe the whole listing of sponsors and so on. So that will exist in digital format. Yes. So in addition to putting together the digital resources for your booth, you'll have a chance to put together the digital resume, so to speak, of your business.
Awesome. I think this is great. I'm admiring us using what nature is presenting to us, that ability to look forward and utilize what's given, to think ahead. When we thought that Hurricanes Irma and Maria would have taught us a lesson how to think ahead, listen, trust COVID. The hurricanes were just for us here in this space, but COVID was an international, it was worldwide, and it's put us into new space of how we do business.
Exactly.
As we wind down on this discourse, Lavina, recap for us what's necessary right now and for what reason.
Okay, right now, go to bviccha.org, hit apply now next to the flyer for the OECS Virtual Trade Expo. Fill out the form, email it to info@bviccha.org, and you can follow up with a call if you wish.
Okay.
Don't bombard us. And that is really the first step for now.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, this is great to know that, you know, we're moving forward. We're coming out of being totally muzzled by a situation or a condition or a pandemic to being creative, being innovative, and doing what we need to do to continue our existence, to live our dreams, and to grow.
And to really rely on each other regionally, to really explore the markets regionally and the opportunities regionally, because that's going to build long-term resilience as well against hurricanes, against pandemics, against who knows what's coming next. I'm hoping no more in my lifetime, please.
Oh, please.
I'd like to have...
We've had enough. We've had enough.
Like a break.
Jesus, we've had enough.
But building that resilience, not just locally, but regionally, is going to be, I believe, really, really important. Understanding the different markets that we can operate in regionally, and who knows, eventually globally,
Yeah.
You know, let's not limit ourselves, but you have to start somewhere, and it's good to start with your neighbors and friends, fellow journeyers along life's way. And so, yes, I'm really excited to see this come together and really excited to participate in making it excellent.
And Lavina, I was really excited to have you on set to, in such a fun way, accommodate the other guests that we had on set. You know, they made it a little more fun because we laughed more. But thank you, and I trust that, you know, this project is one of great success for the Chamber, and I trust that, you know, you get the numbers that you're looking for, the great support, because I know that businesses want every opportunity to grow, to expand. So once again, thank you and your members of the Chamber, and thank you so much for joining us, myself, Lavina, and Flies, for this edition of The Big Story. Ciao.